scoreless first half. These teams now just looking for something as the second half gets underway. Oh, good move. Down the numbers. There he goes. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. It's an 89-yard kick return, and the Chiefs have taken the lead. Well, these two teams battled through a scoreless first half. Finally, a breakthrough here in quarter number 3.
And I just wonder how that played for both of them psychologically, because when you battle through a scoreless first half, now you know that every possession is increasingly crucial. Who can put points on the board, make the other team chase? Wonder if you get a lift and if they get deflated a little bit.
Throwing now is Mahomes, and they don't get it. They tried for the two-point conversion there, but unsuccessful. Should have been picked. Probably doesn't matter on a two-point conversion, but still, as a former DB, you want to grab that ball when you can, don't you?
You certainly do, and don't say it, because I know you're thinking it. Don't say it.
What am I thinking?
You know what I know what you're thinking. Well, if he'd had hands, he'd be playing on offense.
That's true. You've said that before. No run back here for Jones, a touchback. Now we'll look at the Chargers offense. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. Going underneath, he's got Hockenson. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Running right on the option is Tua. And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
They'll come up facing 3rd and 5. From the gun, it's Tua. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. On is the Chargers punter now, as he's on to kick it away. On the return, Johnson. A nice return that time of about 14 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. And now here comes Kansas City. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Airing it out deep for Smith. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. Devontae Smith, 61 yards. And the Chiefs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. They continue to look really sharp, Charles, in this 3rd quarter.
Yeah, they've been jet-propelled here because they've ended up finding the end zone twice, including what we just saw there. Almost like they grabbed the hammer and fashioned a thunderbolt on that play.
And making that halftime tie a distant memory right now. Now Mahomes to the line as the Chiefs are going to go for the 2-point try. Mahomes going to throw. He'll buy some time right. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. And with a successful 2-point try, the QB rolling out, I would imagine on the defense that makes it tough. When he goes out, he's got the option to run or pass.
Yeah, it really does. If you decide not to bring extra people or extra pressure, maybe you have to have a spy on the quarterback, someone to account for him, because oftentimes that is the unaccounted for player.
No run back here for Jones, a touchback. The Charger defensive unit making their way back out there. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. On second down, Tua looks again for T.J. Hockenson, and he's got him again. It's going to be a nice pickup, but he also takes a pretty good lick at the end of that one. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. A pass for Sutton is intercepted. Picked off by Paul Krause. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, I mean, you get it. They're trying to make something happen here in this third quarter, CD, but I don't think a pick six is exactly what they had in mind.
No, not at all, because this offense, they've been stuck all game long. Haven't dented the scoreboard yet, and they're kind of forced to take a few chances here, and that one, it backfired in a big way.
So the two-point conversion trend continues, at least as far as trying those goes. They've attempted them after all three touchdowns, CD, and converted now 2 of them.
They're not just dipping their toe in the water, are they? I mean, they're committed to going for 2 points, and 2 out of 3, now with a 22-0 lead. In a sense, they're a little bit ahead of the curve, because normally it would be 21, wouldn't it?
And with the way their defense is playing, I don't know if it matters if they do convert any of these. No run back here for Jones, a touchback. And the LA offense ready for this next possession. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Tagovailoa trying again after the pick six. No gain on the screen there at second down.
That was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly. The pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. James Harrison with a sack. He still has it into his 40s.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former deep, and he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time is run out on this third quarter of play. 3 quarters in the books. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. We're back now in KC. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. On is the Chargers punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. And he'll take it just outside the 40. A little juke. Again the juke. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Call that a 59-yard punt return. And the Chiefs have opened up a 4-touchdown lead here in the 4th.
When you got a guy that fast back there to receive punts, that's a nightmare for the guy game planning, the special teams coach, but it's also a nightmare for the punter. Sometimes they get so nervous that they miss-hit the ball and kick it right to him. I think this is just going to be a function of the times we live in now. Very similar to the bat flip in baseball. Everyone's got to start to get comfortable with this, but to me, this is just rubbing it in. You got a big lead. Go ahead and take the extra point. One thing to keep in mind, though, karma's still out there, and sometimes it has a way of catching up with you.
And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Chargers getting set to go. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, The goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Tua to try again on second down. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Tua looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack. Chris Jones in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. 4th down, 4th quarter. Here's Tua. A pass for Sutton is intercepted. Picked off by Paul Krause. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
A give up the middle to Johnson. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
Again, it's Johnson. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. They'll hand it off now. Johnson. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Nice job there finding room to maneuver, and he worked his way into another first down. And look, they had great field position to start, but boy, they've done a nice job taking advantage of it.
Now they're just hoping to cap it off. Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10.
Mike 6. Mike 6. Yellow. This game situation. Let's go. Hey, check Mike. Check Mike. Mike 6. Mike 6. Here we go. Here we go.
Now they'll throw with Mahomes, escaping the pressure right. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill, but remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes, and that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
Extra point by Butker is on target. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Pat McAfee to kick. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. The Charger drive about to get going. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find